Aloha friends, happy Moonday. This Moonday message is coming to you on the 1111 portal. However, the energy that's coming through is they want to make it very clear that this Moonday message is timeless, and so whenever you come across this message, it's for you no matter what time it is. It is my typical moon day message, and when I connect with the energy of the moon so I can bring these messages through. But again, even though this is happening on the 1111 portal, they're wanting to let you know that this is a timeless message. If you are interested in the 1111 portal reading, I have posted those. You can head over to my channel and check out the 1111 portal reading that came through with an ancestry reading as well. So it was the ancestors through the 1111 portal. It's very powerful. So if you feel called to that, head over to my channel, and if I can figure out how, I'm like not good with technology, but if I can figure out how to link it, I will link it for you in the description below. Today, for this moon day reading, we have some crystals that wanted to come through. The first card pick, is the Rutilated Quartz. So, it's just like this really beautiful brown and clear quartz. There's a lot of energy. Hopefully, you can see that. So the Rutilated Quartz is number 1. I believe this is Euphoralite Hearts is coming through for card number 2, Euphoralite. And then the final one is Garnet. And this Garnet is a special garnet. It came from Mount Shasta. So lots of divine energy coming through there. So Euphoralite, my apologies, Rutilated Quartz, Euphoralite, or Garnet. I'll go ahead and let you choose your card. And we will go ahead and start with card pick number 1. All right, aloha to those of you who chose the Rutilated Quartz. The energy that I'm getting from this crystal is a very wise, like a lot of wisdom is coming through for you in the next several days. So this feels like, it feels like self-education, like just informing yourself, learning maybe some new things about yourself, and seeking more. Like, let's see what comes through here. Oh, they said not pull the oracle first. Okay, so let's just go ahead and just open up and see what's going to come through for pile number 1, Rutilated Quartz. We want that, yes. What is the message for them for the next several days? What messages do we have for those that chose the Rutilated Quartz? What is coming through for them in the next several days? Oh, okay. I wanted to jump, so I'll let it out. All right, let's see what is coming through for those that chose the Rutilated Quartz. Thank you. Lots of blue energy. Lots of yeah, like I feel like something's happening in the next several days where you are there. There's like this what what is this energy? What am I feeling? It's like a softening is what I'm feeling. But a softening and opening up. Like they're highlighting like this. This normally would be like a solar plexus type energy, but it's like a heart activation. But they're saying like interdimensionally. Interesting. Okay, an interdimensional like heart activation. Can you? I want to know more about that. Can you like clarify that? Because that is not very clear. Spirit, can you please bring through what you're meaning by an interdimensional heart? Okay, they're saying you're gonna know. So maybe you've been having dreams already, or you've been experiencing things where you feel like you're having some shifts in your heart space. There's some expansion, but there is, okay, it's a high heart specifically. Thank you, that's what I needed. It's the high heart specifically where the energy is coming through. And they're wanting you to seek wisdom. They're saying seek wisdom. So where are you advising that they seek wisdom? Can you be more clear about that, Spirit, please? They're saying you'll know. So I know that sometimes they can be vague, and it drives me crazy because I'm like, just tell me. I don't want to play the intuition game. But they're saying you'll know, like everything is coming, no. Everything is in alignment. Thank you. You have been waiting in divine timing, like, and now it's like, okay, it's here. It's here. Whoa, it's here. And so this is a high heart activation. It's opening up to, yeah, it's interesting that both of these cards came out in the reverse. And they both have like so much of this like blue energy with like this blast of gold or light energy coming through. They're pointing out in this one, they're pointing out like the light language, light coding that's around here in the card. I never even noticed that before. And the dragon energy. So possibly connecting with blue dragons. If you're somebody who works with elementals, try to tap into blue dragon energy this week, because in the next several days, because it's going to help you tap in and like light that flame, that inner flame through the high heart space. And it's with this card, they're just showing me like you've been waiting for this. This is something that you've been waiting on for a long while, and it's like it's coming to fruition, but it's also like it's something brand new. Like even though you've been preparing for it, it's like, oh yeah, okay, like life is different now, and there are some things that I need to learn. And so they're telling you to seek wisdom, to look and learn and open up into that high heart space. So can we get, I still feel like this reading is very vague. Okay, they're saying you'll understand. It's not something that I have to go much deeper into, but they are going to give me a couple more cards. So that one just fell right out. Okay, so they're saying just trust and okay, seek guidance. So the wisdom they're telling me now is coming from a higher power. So it's not, that's why they're saying that, like, they're not going to give me a space for you to go find it. And like, you can't like Google this. It's coming from a higher dimension. And that's why the interdimensionally came through. You know, sometimes I try to like back up and remember what I said in these readings, and it's when you're channeling, it's like impossible to remember the things that are channeled because I'm not the one saying it. It's being channeled through me. So, but I believe I said something about multi-dimensionally, and that's what they're saying again here, is that the the energy, the wisdom that you're seeking and that you're tapping into is coming through multidimensionally, that there is a much higher dimension where this energy is coming from. And so it's just being open to receiving that and knowing that everything is aligned and exactly the way it needs to be, and just going into it completely fearless and ready. Okay, there's the last one. That one flew out. Okay. Yeah, it's like you're unlocking a whole, like, the energy of the next several days is like this whole new space is unlocking for you, and it's like your energy feels very like it feels very grounded, but it also feels like I'm feeling some frustration, like you're excited, it's here, it's coming, whatever you've been working on is coming into fruition, and then like it, it manifests, or it comes into creation, and you're like, oh shit, okay, now what? I don't know if I could say that on YouTube. Oh well, hopefully it's fine. But yeah, you're just in this energy of like, oh yeah, like everything's aligned and I'm trusting and I'm connecting with the higher power. And also, this is all entirely brand new for me. So what do I do next? And that's why they're saying seek wisdom from a higher source. So can we do one last card for them here? One last thing for them to tap in multidimensionally. One thing that's going to help you is writing. So if you have questions, if you feel like you're just in a space where you're like, okay, yes, I'm happy that this came into fruition and I'm excited that this is what's being created, but now what? And now what? Man, the words are just like, yeah, it's like a whole new frontier. You're just stepping into a whole new space. This is a big shift. You see all these like butterflies and energy moving around, and it's like she's in this space of where she knows where she's familiar with the things that she's around, but she's looking out into this unknown and getting ready to step through this door, this portal, into an entirely new space. And once she steps into it, it's like, okay, and now what do I do now that I'm here? So my advice would be to meditate, to journal or free write, because free writing is great for connecting with the higher dimensions. You can actually channel it through your writing. And yeah, and then they're saying like a little bit of movement, but not a whole lot. Like this doesn't feel like you need to move any type of energy. It just feels like you need to like maybe stretch and just continue to stay open. So let's see what the final oracle card is here. Grounding. So it's here. It's here. You're blossoming. This is all coming. Like the blossoming is here. Everything is coming into fruition, and you're cycling into you're leveling up into a new cycle, or blossoming into a new cycle. And so being grounded will help you to seek wisdom from a higher source. All right. Well, that was quick. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And if this resonates for you, please like and subscribe. And we'll move on to card number 2. Aloha to those of you who chose the Euphoralite hearts. This is such a beauty. The energy of this stone is very peaceful. Like it is, it just feels like very grounded and very at peace, and just, it's not like a really excited or joyful or blissful energy. It's just peaceful. Like you're just like the energy I'm getting is just like floating in the water, just allowing the water to move through you and allowing your energy to just be in flow, whatever that means for you. Like it's a whole, like, I don't get a lot of movement, a lot of going out. I don't get a lot of that type of energy this in the next several days for you. I feel like it's more just like being at peace, maybe like cozying up by a fire, or like cuddling up under a blanket with a good book. It's very like disconnected from any kind of technology. It just feels like the image that I'm seeing is like a quiet cabin in the woods that like there's no Wi-Fi, there's no technology. It's just calm and peaceful and quiet and serene is the type of energy that's coming through for you for the next several days. So let's go a little bit deeper and we'll pull some tarot cards to see what else is coming through for the next several days for those that chose the Euphoralite heart. You can give us whatever messages want to come through for this. Okay, we want that? Yes. Okay. And can I get a couple more? What type of... Yeah, it's just like there's not even... Oh, okay. There we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, thank you. They said reverse those. Okay. So it's this energy of like there are gonna be some people around you in the next several days that are growing through like an activation, an awakening, a triggering. It could be like anything from like it could be really good for them, like so fire, you know, like this fire energy. Fires can I'm trying to shift now because now I'm, you know, just this in the last couple days I got the message, and I've really been trying to anchor this in that there is no good or bad or evil or elevated type energies. It's just all frequencies and different dimensions. And what I'm getting is that like this fire can be like ravenous. Is that even a word? That's the word that they're telling me. And it can like move fast and quick and sharp and twist and turn, and there can be a lot of like heightened energy going on around you, triggering. There could be just a lot of like I'm feeling a lot of movement around you, but you're in this space where you are so divinely connected. It's like all of this darkness is around you and you're focused on your highest self. You're focused on elevating, on evolving, on moving into the higher vibration. Like nothing is phasing you. It's like she's so chill. She's just like, yeah, like I see the fire and you know, I'm good. I don't need to run from it. I don't need to hide. I don't need to I don't need to get swept up in all of it. I can just be in my heart space and in a higher vibration and have compassion and grace for those that are growing through this, and be able to just stay in your calm space and your serenity. And you're so tapped in. Like you are the energy of the white dragon, they're telling me, is like purity and peaceful and calmness and just being in your light, continuing to hold your light while other people are growing through chaos around you is a really powerful place to be. So really, it feels like a peaceful several days for you. It feels like even though there's stuff going on around you, it's not affecting you. You're not letting it get in your head. You're not, like you're still, like the image they're giving me is like the memes where they're like, oh yeah, like, everything's chaos and confusion around me, but, like I'm sleeping sound and I'm enjoying, my night, and I'm able to get rest, and like that's the energy that's coming through. So let's see, this card fell. Let me see if I can grab it. Oh, interesting. This is very, so cards are similar to the last pile, whoever chose pile number 1. However, the energy is very different. This energy is like, they're showing me this balancing out between masculine and feminine. It's, you're in such a balanced state right now that like nothing can shake you. There can be like, like your backyard can literally be on fire and you're just like, okay, I trust, like whatever's meant to happen is going to happen. And, I trust that I'm going to be able to get out or move or shift or sway or, like the energy I'm seeing is like a boxer, like, like bobbing and weaving and like blocking shots. And it's like all this stuff is coming at you, but you're able to just like matrix your way out. And I guess that reference was to the Matrix movie where the bullets are flying at him and he does like this whole gnarly back bend to get away from them. It's like, yeah, all of this is going on and I'm still good. And I'm still, man, I don't know what that little, yeah, I guess see the shaking up of everything around you and still being able to just continue to flow and be in a flow state. I'm going to get one more card for y'all. So let's see what else. Any other messages that would like, there's just a serene energy, chaos happening around them. Okay. Yeah, so the shift, that you're just so aligned and balanced, dude. Your energy feels great. Like you are connected. There, this rainbow is popping up. Like you see all of this beautiful rainbow energy that's coming through, like very heart centered, holding the space between the light and the dark. It's just a very balanced, calm, loving energy. And what you're seeing around you, what you're seeing happen around you is there's a mass awakening happening right now for people who are just on a slower timeline than yourself. You feel like you're on an accelerated timeline. So they're just on a slower timeline, and what's happening for them is they're learning the difference between duality and polarity. And so learning that, they're, man, the energy that's coming through is like the yin yang energy, but in that, like when there's just so much darkness, there's going to be light, and when there's so much light, there's going to be darkness. And they're in that space still where they feel like it has to be balanced that way. Like, oh, everything's going good right now, and just wait, something bad's going to happen. And your energy, you are already in a higher frequency, a higher level of consciousness. You're in this space of polarity where you're like, you know what? I'm doing good in my life. And it's funny because when I put the cards down, I meant to put them down like this when I put them down to the side, but I put them down like this. And the card that is on the bottom of the deck is the integrity card. And this is the energy you're in. It's just super chill. Like, you're able to see through the darkness. You've let go of a lot, and you're just like, you know what, I'm just like riding this out, and I'll just, whatever's happening around me is happening, and I'm just gonna go with the flow and not let it affect me. And so knowing that when you're putting good out and you're being honest and genuine and in your integrity, then that's what's coming back to you. So you don't have to worry about any lower vibrations. You don't have to worry about the ground falling out from underneath you. You're just in a higher level of consciousness. Yeah, you're balanced. You're balanced. Spiritual and physical steadiness. It's like everything is aligned. You're balanced. You've let go of so much, and there's just this space of just holding your light, being in your light. Not just, because I know holding your light is not just an easy thing, but it feels really good. It feels very peaceful. You're gonna have a calm next several days. So enjoy, and hope to see you again on the next Moonday. All right, take care. Aloha, those of you who chose the Garnet. This is the Garnet from Mount Shasta. Very, very grounding energy. Oh my goodness. We ventured out to Mount Shasta. I don't know, time is funky, but we ventured out there, and man, did it ground us. Mount Shasta is the root chakra of the world, and it really is, it's such a magical, beautiful place, but it's very grounding and healing. Like we went through some purifications while we were there. We cried a lot. We let a lot go. So that's the energy that I'm getting for y'all this week, is that it feels like hermit energy. It feels like you're in this space of like cocooning yourself and just staying out of any collective energy this week, and just really being grounded and steady in your own space, in your own energy, in your own comfort zone. So let's, oh wow, so first pile where the cards have gone flying. So let me see here. Do we want both of these cards? Possibly. Okay, we'll put that one to the side, and this one is a yes for sure. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. Yes. Do we want that? Yes, we do. Okay, and then we can go ahead and bring, so these are, it's either one or the other, depending on, you're either in this space or in that space. So you'll know when I start to read them for you. Please leave what is not for you for others. And these cards came through for everyone who chose this Garnet. So yeah, very grounding energy. The Garnet is connected, like the energy is connected to the root chakra. So lots of red, lots of orange, a little bit of the fiery yellows in there. And these two cards, they're both fire cards. So some fire energy. It's probably why you want to like hermit this week, is like you're in an energy where you're just like, I don't want to be around people. I feel like a lot of growth is happening this week, and when growth happens, in the next several days for y'all, and when growth happens, it can be uncomfortable. It can be like you're battling your own inner, I'm trying to redirect the words so I don't use the word that I was going to use. your own inner shadows. Like whatever's coming up through your shadow is really, it feels like it's like you're fighting to keep it down, and being around people is really gonna be difficult for you in the next several days. So when you are able to just be alone and in your own energy, it'll be a really good space for you, especially because I feel like this energy is like you need a really good cry or a good scream or like punching a pillow, or just like there's this energy that's ready to move through you and move out of you. And it's like the last remnants I'm hearing of like learning how to be safe in your body, learning how to fully like ground. So there might I'm feeling some stuff in my throat right now, so I feel like there might be even like some purification going on this week. Like you might have a sore throat or like some mucus coming up. It's just coming up to be cleared. It's coming up to purify your energy. So allow it to just move through you. Hot tea is going to be really good for you this week. It's like cozy energy. Like stay in, make some soup, have some hot tea, watch a movie. Like very just you're gonna need to process. Like this energy is gonna need to move through you if if you want to get through the next several days without any conflict. If you are out with people, just my advice is to like pull back your energy. Don't be so forward going. Is that a word? Man, these readings are taking a lot of energy from me today. But pull back your energy. Allow yourself to like put love into yourself in the next several days, because you're going to need it processing through. This feels like ancestry. This feels like you're clearing through ancestry. It feels very similar to the West pile for the 1111 ancestry reading that I did. So you may want to venture over there and listen to that if you haven't already, because this feels like that type of energy where there's just stuff that needs to come up and be purged still, and you're clearing a lot in your ancestry, and it's things just need to come out in the next several days. So being like in that isolation, hermit, like hanged man, I guess, type energy. I'm not very familiar with regular tarot, but that's the energy that they're giving me. And then okay, so they want me to show you these the way that I have them here. There's two ways that you can grow through this week. You can put on this mask and act like everything's not happening. And what that's gonna do for you, I mean, it's like they're showing me like the red in her shawl here. It's like when it's flipped upside down, it's like it's rising. All of this like energy is rising through her. So if you try to suppress it, if you try to mask it, if you try to hide it, if you try to like swallow it back down, it's going to like ignite. It's going to fire up. So be mindful of that. And then if you don't try to mask it and you just allow yourself to surrender into it and just let it flow, then it'll move through you. And I'll tell you from experience, when I've worked with a lot of shadow energy and a lot of ancestry that had a lot of shadow energy that I had to process through. And when you're able to just surrender into it and see yourself in that, like, you're not feeling great, you're maybe a little irritable or frustrated, or there's just like an energy like you don't feel like being around people. When you're in that energy, try to be mindful in the next several days not to tap out, not to get into the space where you're masking it or hiding it. Like, Allow those. And so what I mean by that specifically, they want me to be more specific. What I mean by that specifically is don't turn to any vices. Like, don't, vices would be like anything that lifts your vibration. So pretty much anything. Like, there's people who do ice baths or meditation or yoga or just like putting on a frequency to raise your vibration, but they don't want you to raise your vibration, because if you do, you're masking it. You're not feeling through it. And in order to get through this and to level up from this, you have to feel through it. There has to be some feeling. And it's because it's not just you. You're clearing for your lineage. This is ancestry in this reading. That's why I said it's very familiar to the 1111 ancestry reading that I did. The West card, whoever chose the West. So you may check into that. But surrender. When you surrender into it, and what I mean by surrender is, like, the other day, I actually think it was maybe earlier today or yesterday, I was just feeling like, I just had this energy where I was just like, I don't want to do anything. Like, I just feel like down and out in this. And I wanted to like pick up my phone and just scroll, YouTube shorts or Instagram, or like put on a movie or do something. And it was like instantly in that moment, this is the first time it's ever actually happened for me like this. But in that moment, I was like, no, feel it. Let yourself feel uncomfortable. It's okay to feel uncomfortable. Like, allow yourself to just feel it and just sit in it for a moment and surrender to it and acknowledge it. And actually, I had a good friend in the last several days tell me that she's been working on like acknowledging it and thanking it. Like, okay, I see that I'm in this like uncomfortable, angry energy, and I see it, I'm acknowledging it, I know where I'm feeling it in my body, and I'm surrendering to it so I can let go and let it process through me. And thank you for allowing me to process this energy. I don't think she said it quite like that, but that's what just came through with the channel. So allow yourself to just process through it. And once you do that, I'll tell you, I did that for the first time. I felt like I was actually able to do that the other day. And when I did, almost like, it was maybe 5 minutes. It couldn't have been more than 5 minutes. And my entire energy shifted. And I was like happy and excited for the day and doing different things. And I was like, whoa, it processed through me so quickly because I surrendered into it. So that is the advice that they have for you in the next several days, is that yes, you are going to be purging. There's going to be some stuff that comes up. Allow yourself to surrender into it. Try not to mask it, because if you mask it, this is like, if you mask it, it's like she's down here like covering her head, like, no, I don't want to see the light. Like, it's shadow coming up, and the light doesn't feel good, and I don't want to go outside. I just want to stay here and in my blankets and cry and feel sorry for myself. And like, yes, they are advising that you be in some isolation in the next several days so you can process through it. But also, like, look up, like, see the light around you, acknowledge it, see that the light is coming in so that it can clear through these shadows, and you can grow and evolve from this, and not just for you yourself, but for your ancestry, so you can clear through it. And your ancestors are here, and they're saying that you won't be alone. So when you surrender into this and you're feeling through these lower vibrational energies, to know that they're going to be beside you. They're right there with you. And in this space, if you surrender, then you're going to come into this beautiful like divine feminine energy of receiving. And whew, yeah, the receiving energy is so good. It's like, you know, like the abundance is here. I've been saying that, but being and I saw this thing the other day that said like, oh, it's great to be a master manifester, but it's not going to get you anywhere if you don't know how to receive, like open up and actually be receptive. So yes, I feel like if you chose this, you should go back and listen to the West Pile for the 1111 portal ancestry reading, because all of this fills in resonance with that. So let's go ahead and pull the oracle card and finish up with this reading. Tribe. Yeah. So you're not alone. You have support. You have community. And even if you're in this space and you're having a hard time surrendering, or you're feeling like a lot is coming up and it's too much for you, one, like open yourself up to your ancestors and to your guides and your angels, because they're there in support, and they are not going to interfere because of our free will. But when you ask for their support, they will absolutely be there. And then also, this message goes deeper. They really want you to have the courage to reach out and ask for help. If you feel like it's overwhelming, if it's too much, if you can't grow through it, like reach out and ask for help. And you can ask for help, you know, from either friends or family. You can ask for, like, they're wanting you to open up to asking for help. It's a very vulnerable type energy, but it also is going to open you up to receive. So reach out. If you don't have anybody that you feel you can reach out to us at Radiant Love Vibrations. We have an awesome collective of people who are open and wanting to help, and you can always connect with me on Instagram or Telegram at Shamansi. If you have any questions or you need any guidance or help through this, I am definitely here to support. So I think that is it. I just want to double check any last messages. No? Alrighty. Have a good, I want to tell you to have like a wonderful next several days, but I know you're going to be growing through it. So just trust and